That's right, today's intro is just me fishing about because I'm going to need to spend all of my time the upcoming days that I'm recording this in order to build a gigantic factory, which you might have seen something on the thumbnail. And also I'm going to improve my machine because I had a couple of tips from a viewer named JD, and besides that I also have some more information on those new tokens. So you have to make some soup for the people that are living around here. You will get a couple of tokens and then you can buy some more advanced stuff. And making a soup 3 or 4 will give you about $100, and then you might say, but how can you do this faster if the harvester already costs $2,600 and you need all kinds of stuff that cost all these new tokens? Well, someone has been explaining me the more soup you make and sell, the higher the reward will be. So that is something that will be fine at some point, because look what I've been doing. I got a ton of this stuff and things are growing very well besides me. So that is one thing that is going to be fine. And as you can see right down here, I got already $127. I can buy a pipe or two, but that is not the thing for today. Look at this. Look at how sad this is. This is where I'm sleeping in, and that is just really bad. I'm going to need something fancy, something huge. I just want to explain you real quick what JD exactly showed to me. So I wanted to have more water pressure and I added like an extra intake, and then it was still the same. The thing here is you need to make another one of these onto the same system that will give you some extra water pressure. He had like 240 water pressure on the same spot as I do, which is very impressive. Now another thing that he showed me, he had actually a line with about 6 of these water filters, and what happens is that water filter number 6 will always stay on 100%, which takes care that your machinery won't break down at all unless you don't fix the first one at some point. And what I'm also thinking, if the first one will break, we can go on the second one, the third one, and then at some point I'm going to need to repair some stuff. But these are very handy tips. Now before I'm going to make some money, because I have 20k here and I think I have another 20k here, I would just like to show you something that captured my eye while I was editing the last video. Unless it is not here for today. It is not here for today. What I noticed is the guy that was sitting here on his knees looked like he had a prison suit on, which is very interesting though. I'm going to keep an eye on that. Once in a while I'm just going to walk up here and see if he's there, because I want to know for sure if it's a prisoner or not. This sword is going to be a lot of money. Oh, 233,000. 248,000. So Y/ is got a $500,000. Oh god, it's just going to be one heck of a work, and it's going to take me a couple of days and plenty of hours because I'm going to need to disassemble everything. I already have in mind that I would like to move up the garden just a tiny bit and split it up in 2. Basically, when it comes to this point, it's gonna go this way. So we're going to make a U shape out of it, so I can still do enough of this gardening to get some of these new tokens. Right down here, I'm going to need to dig to a certain layer. I will take a rake, because with a rake you can have like a nice piece of ground, because these machineries cannot stand on the bottom anyway, so that is fine. As you can see down here, they are just a little bit off the ground. I'm going to find the lowest point and make it look all nice. Now one thing I have to do is turn all of these guys off, and then I'm going to need to let the machine roll for a couple of minutes and just be sure all of the stuff that is on the conveyor belt is just, you know, where it's supposed to be. And I should also not to forget that I'm going to need to make an automated water fill system for this truck, so I can just park it underneath and I don't have to worry about running out of water anymore, and it's gonna be handy to watch what I'm doing. Oh yes, it is plus how much? 2.9% extra. I guess that is good. Look at this. My eyes are not tricking me, right? It is $240,000. Look at that. That is rewarding. Let's join them together. Oh yeah, 260,000 bucks.
The shinier it is, the more I'll pay for it.
Yeah, you're definitely going to pay a lot for this. How the hell do you have so much money anyways? Right, let's join them together. Look at this, $500,000 bucks. Now, of course, you could say, why don't you just buy another plot and just all start over? The thing here is, I just want to milk this spot down here, and then when we really have plenty ton of millions, I would like to buy different plots and slowly but surely get something nice going. An all-in-once type of deal. Maybe build a village or whatever. What the heck is in this bucket? Tiny little shoes, how is that even possible? And so this is how it looks right now. Everything, oh, I forgot a pallet, but everything is now on this side. And I've also already changed this, what I was talking about with the L shape. I've used a few couple of bits and pieces already right down here what I'm laying around, and this, you know, make me think what I really want. So down here I can do all of the farming. I got a few couple extra pipes, and I thought, you know, let's make like a bow or archway and also have 2 pipes going into the ground, just so it looks like more secure. So my idea is, I want to have like a little stairways going down so I can do the farming and stuff, and going up with the basket and going up into the building. And then of course on this side of the building I will have all my cookery stuff. I want to have a few couple of windows so I can look outside. Have a door somewhere around here so I can just go through in my factory, do the kitchen, look into the actual factory where all of the stuff is happening. Have a stairways going up to a room where I can sleep and make it look fancy. And of course having another door going out here, so for whatever reason I can access this side. And so here's my idea. I want to have this concrete going all the way around, and then in the middle I would like to make use of these wooden floors, which I already have a couple of them right down here. And I've also noticed that if you would rotate these wooden concrete blocks sideways, so this is the actual floor, and then, you know, it looks like more solid than having all of these weird gaps between it. I think it looks nicer. Ah, there we have it. Used to flat terrain, only functions at level 1. So that is very good. Let me see here. Ah, beautiful. Now I wonder something. Let me just say, I'm just gonna dig right down here. Yeah, so if you have like a wall that needs to be flattened out, that is beautiful. It is like Minecraft. Okay, I believe I reached at the bottom here, which basically means that this last rake movement, so 1, 2, 3, so that this is the last, this is going to be the bottom floor where we're going to work on, which is still quite deep if you ask me. Alright, and that's it up with that. It is time to give you guys an update on what the heck is going on down here. And you might already notice that a lot of stuff has changed. It is actually a few couple of days later. It just allowed me to show you what I've been doing and what the next couple of steps will be. As you can see right down here, I made this ramp because over here I want to have the garage, and or I want to have a couple of pipes coming out of the river that go over these vehicles, and then they drop the water into the water tank right down here. And also for that one I just need to find the right position for this, but I will figure that out. As you can also see, I have been laying a lot of floors. I want to keep this open right down here so I can keep an eye on what's going on. Now to get down, we're gonna go right down here, and then we have like a bridge. I think it will, you know, be fun if the conveyor belts go underneath and then somehow go up. Then they go behind the stairs and then go up to the work floor. When they go up here, they're going to already split some stuff up, but I just have to see what I'm going to do first. Maybe because I just have 4 melters, I'm gonna put 4 melters right down here. Then the conveyor belt is gonna go around the corner, maybe somewhere here, and then drop the gems off on this side. Or now I'm seeing it, I might just continue it all the way here and do it past the wall, so I have a passage in order to walk around this. But I just have to see how I'm going to do that, because that will also be the next step for me, what I'm going to do down here. And I'll just wait with the wall, second floor and all that good stuff. Now, meanwhile I was digging, I actually found the very first artifact. As you can see on this screenshot down here, I was just all of a sudden surprised by this thing.
That rock is not for touching.
Rock is not for touching. Ah, that's very interesting. So this guy is gonna go right down there. I am not really sure what the game did, but I got tiny little shoes and tiny little fish, and as you can see right down here, a fish that is even more tinier than I ever imagined. Anyways, I got everything done. The machine is completely transferred over to this new spot, and allow me to explain you why I did certain things. Of course, I'm by far not done just yet, but I have to do everything in steps. So in this case, you can see there are two intake pipes. This one will be going that way, up to the wall, past the roof, and then somewhere it's gonna go indoors. And on that way, I would like to see if I can make a handy refill station for both vehicles. And this pipe right down here goes up. And as you can see, I have multiply power sources right down here. So I hope it will pressurize the water even faster into this, and I got multiply filters right down here. Now this down here was an idea of JD. He showed me this video and he had actually 2 of them, and I was like, you know what, let's add 4 of these. And this is also an idea what he showed me. So basically what happens here is that this water filter will be the one that takes all of the pressure on him and will deplete his health. Meanwhile, this one, which currently is not still broken, will always stay a 100%, which basically means that all the machine will get no damage or lesser damage over time until this guy is at 0. But meanwhile, this guy is depleting his health. This one will also deplete health, but lesser faster than this one. And the same counts for all the other ones. That's why this one will always stay at 100. And I'm really wondering how the system is going to work over time if it's about repairing stuff. I hope I done it the correct way. Alright, down here, I had one of these machines already. I have 4 of them. And as you can see, there is space for another 4 of these. And if I move the stairways just around the corner here already, I can place another couple ones here and connect them to the conveyor belt. The conveyor belt goes like that. Here is like a straightener, so this takes care that all of these chunks will be straightened out in the middle. Then it goes up here into the crumbler and comes out here and then goes up. Now you might wonder, how do I connect one conveyor belt to another since there is no T-split conveyor belt? Well, there is this piece down here. This hooks onto the conveyor belt, allows the creation of T-junctions between belts. So this guy will take care that one goes to the other one. So it goes up, 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 up. That way, on purpose, I extended it a little bit further in case I need to move this whole stuff a little bit more forward, because I'm not sure. Maybe it won't get stuck here. But if it gets stuck here, then I can always, you know, move stuff one forward. The water comes in here and then splits up this way and split up here going up. I really hope this is all working. If not, then, you know, there's always room for some improvement. Now, of course, it goes up here and then split into what I had before. Now, the thing here is I had to replace all of these splitters because they now split the other way. So I got all of my junk right down there. I'm not just done with that just yet. I'm just going to use everything that I need, and then I'm going to bring everything to the scrapyard and demolish it into scrap metal, which I can sell again. Like that. Turn it on and see that it all works. Stuff is going up, but down here it's not really happening. Alright, I got a bit of movement here. So what I did, I actually placed one of these power forces right down here, so a little further ahead, and now it seems like it is working, or at least what is left of it. But as you can see, it goes very slow though. Alright, I got this one now coming in here instead of that. That's a few couple lesser. So let's turn it on. It is working. Yeah, it's going. I mean, I'm going to need to get these injectors, and then it will go a lot faster than that. Alright, I found a part of the machine which would be way more logic to, you know, put a thing like this in there rather than having it there. at the end. Yep, the conveyor belt is going a lot faster right now, which is very nice. But before I'm going to build the whole building, I just want to say that I have been standing there for 1 minute. Then I weighed the iron bar and it was already 500, which surprised me. So I went ahead and I got 3 of these injector boosters. And that is 3. Let's see what the pressure is. The pressure is 153, which is a ginormous improvement of what I had. And let's see, the conveyor belt is spinning. Yeah, it goes a lot faster right now. It's better than what I had before, right? I'm not sure why, but it is always very, very satisfying to see the sun popping up behind the horizon and make the day look very beautiful. I have to say that I've just been spending the last couple of hours building the building, and I really worked my ass off. The building itself is completely done. I've added a couple of extra bits and pieces, but there are a couple more things that I need to do. I will just explain everything, but it's going to be super, super awesome and super, super big. And I'm going to turn around right now. Look at what I have been doing down here. It is absolutely freaking madness. All right, so allow me to show you and explain all kinds of things. So as you can see here, there's the garage. The refiller is working, and I did see that you can actually place a plank through pipe, so that is very nice. So there is no like a gap down there. Now of course down here is the entrance for the shop, and like I've been saying, there are a couple more things that I'm going to need to do, like a lot of bits and pieces that I'm going to need to harden out, but I'm kind of running out of time. So in this case, this is the entrance to, let me just say, the shop. I have a little bit of decoration already in here, and this is the shop where, you know, you can buy food, gems and ore and whatever not. And yeah, it has a couple of bits and pieces. Now let me just show you the way from, you know, my view. Where's the door? Okay, there it is. All right, so for me, this is the entrance. I'm going in here with my vehicles or whatever not, and I'm just parking them underneath these pipes, which is not too bad because you can drive forwards and backwards. Yes, you see this glitchy stuff, but I believe like this it's gone, or like this. So this is super easy to just park it underneath there. But I've also got some stuff to explain you about the machine. Now the space down here is just for like storage or whatever, and yeah, in here you come into the shop. Let me just go around. Now of course down here you're going to get into the workspace. The machine currently is not working, and which is very nice, and I'll explain you in a second why it's very nice. So down here you have like the backspace. I can just, you know, take some stuff, or, you know, just do this right now and see how much I've made. Meanwhile, we're getting close to 500,000. Plus, I still have 500,000. I think I only spent like 20k on this whole build down here. Plus this, yeah, we will definitely have 1,000,000 right now if I would just sell all of the stuff, including some beautiful gems. So these guys, I just have to do that. Open it up, check it out. Yeah, we're getting close somewhere. Right, and of course down here you're gonna get into the shop via the employee door. Now up here is the office. You come up like this, you have like the office, and here can people sit for business related stuff. And yeah, look, I saved up all my tiny little stuff. Now there is one thing though, and that is you can buy a plank, put it onto the wall, and put fish onto the wall. Now I would like to test something. Apparently I didn't notice, I actually captured a swordfish, and this swordfish is something we're going to need in order to unlock the other fishing rod. But of course these dudes, I just want to save them up. I want to have like a table there and just, you know, set it up nice, just fun. But this fish, I want to test if I'm putting it onto the plank, if it will stay small or if it will grow big again. If it will stay small, then I'm going to save this guy up and just put it on the wall as, you know, for joke. I also found this thing. I cannot remember if I explained it to you. This is also an artifact. So I found 2 in one spot. We're going to bring this guy to the cave. And of course down here a bedroom, but it's not done just yet. And of course a little balcony whatever. I just wanted to break up certain shapes to make the building like less blocky or whatever. And of course down here a tiny little sneaky way to get up onto the roof because I needed to fix this stuff. And I got a lot of garbage out there, which is just insane. Alright, so the reason why the machine has stopped is because the water filters are completely done for it. The thing is, normally when your water filter breaks, the machine doesn't stop, I believe, but just keeps on rolling and keeps on breaking down, I think. I haven't really tested it, but the machine only stopped when this guy comes up to a 22%. This one is 45, 67, 89, 100%. Now, the thing here is the machine stopped and it might be annoying, but in my case, I don't find it annoying because normally when things are getting broken, the machine keeps on rolling and break even faster. In this case, look at it. It's still a 100%, 100%, 100%, and etc. and so forth. And you can also see I added 4 more machines. Sooner or later there will be more machines added and then things, you know, are gonna go real crazy. So in this case, let's bring this artifact all the way to where it's supposed to be. And there is also another couple of things that I wonder, like certain items seem to be gone. I have seen like some kind of a light post which I cannot find anywhere anymore. And I'm also wondering, have they added some stuff with the treasure that is behind this door? Or will certain things, you know, return in the future?
No, that rock is not for touching.
That rock is not for touching. I am wondering what he's talking about all the time.
Oh, I would have tidied up a bit if I knew I was going to have visitors.
So is it your cave?